The divine conscious force, the divine mother. The one whom we adore as the mother is the divine conscious force that dominates all existence, one and yet so many-sided that to follow her movement is impossible even for the quickest mind and for the freest and most vast intelligence. The mother is the consciousness and force of the Supreme and far above all she creates. The mother with letters on the mother. The Divine Mother is the consciousness and force of the Divine, which is the mother of all things. The mother with letters on the mother. It is at once clear to the experiencing soul that here, in the Divine Mother, is a conscious power of one substance and nature with the Supreme from whom she came. If she seems to have plunged us into the ignorance and inconscience, in pursuance of a plan we cannot yet interpret, if her forces present themselves as all these ambiguous forces of the universe, yet it becomes visible before long that she is working for the development of the divine consciousness in us, and that she stands above, drawing us to her own higher entity, revealing to us more and more the very essence of the divine knowledge, will, and ananda, the synthesis of yoga. Even in the movements of the ignorance, the soul of the seeker becomes aware of her conscious guidance supporting his steps and leading them slowly or swiftly, straight or by many detours, out of the darkness into the light of a greater consciousness, out of mortality into immortality, out of evil and suffering towards the highest good and felicity of which as yet his human mind can form only a faint image. Thus her power is at once liberative and dynamic, creative, effective, creative not only of things as they are, but of things that are to be, for eliminating the twisted and tangled movements of his lower consciousness, made of the stuff of the ignorance. It rebuilds and new makes his soul and nature into the substance and forces of a higher divine nature. The synthesis of yoga. The faith in the divine Shakti must be always at the back of our strength, and when she becomes manifest, it must be or grow implicit and complete. There is nothing that is impossible to her, who is the conscious power and universal goddess, all creative from eternity and armed with the Spirit's omnipotence. All knowledge, all strengths, all triumph and victory, all skill and works are in her hands, and they are full of the treasures of the Spirit and of all perfections and siddhis. The synthesis of yoga.